Hey guys, this is Leon 95. As all of you know, I'm reading his book, Edgar Allan Poe collection. And right now, I'm reading the Murders and the Rumors. And his book is important because it's considered the first one to involve the police as some investigation on it. Okay, so let's talk about the novel. The Murders and the Rumors. This is the history on it. We have a great thinker. This person loves to think, loves to interact with people how to think. Okay. This thinker become uncontrolled when monsters see him in Paris. However, monsters see have, have lost all his patrimony, well, almost everything, because the bankers were just give a little bit, and he's trying to survive. One day, they become uncontrolled in the library. So they become a closer friends, and they spend hours reading, writing, and the nights were reading, writing. Um, Mr. C. Dumping, from the point of the thinker, is more notable than him because he can predict the future and he also can predict what he's thinking. So the thinker was so enchanted with him. One day they become they were working and they saw in the newspaper something terrible happened in the rumors. So they went there to see what happened and Madame El Espagnol and her daughter the Mademoiselle Camille El Espagnol were killed. However, all the pertenances, all his jewelry, all the money still was there, so police thought it was no Arab, but what could be, right? So the police start many investigations. They have many witnesses as Paul Donford, who is the laundryman. Uh, the second person is Pierre Morio, who sells tobaccos in a small portion to the madame. The third one is Isidore Mosen, who is the gendarme. He was called about 3 o'clock, and he found 20 more persons in the gateway. And he heard Sacre Diable, but he couldn't figure it out because it was in his language. So the fourth person is Henry Duval, who was a neighborhood. And also he heard Sacre Diable, but he said it was in Italian voice. The fifth person is Jules Mignard, who is the banker. The sixth person is Adolphe Libon. That day he accompanied the lady Madame L'Espanaye. And the seventh is William Beer, who is the tailor. Alfonso Garcia, who is the confessionaire, and also Paul Dumas, who was the fifth person who saw the bodies. In his opinion, the body was throttled to death. The last person is Alexandre Etienne, who is the surgeon, who is a doctor, and he ran there to see if Mr. Dumas was correctly. And after that, Adolphe Libon was arrested because this person was the only that he didn't work for the family. But he's saying, hey, I didn't commit that. So many people in the crowd started the voice Sacre Diable, and Mr. Dumping and the Tinker say, it, it should be a foreign hand. This person who committed the crime shouldn't live near us. So that is the first something, right? And then Mr. C Dumping say, hey, we have to go to the home and start to analysis, but we have to do a better job than the police. So they went to the house of these ladies and started analysis everything. And he say, Mr. Dumpy say, hey, Tinker, he uses something unusual. You let me know. And the Tinker was, he didn't react because he said unusual. And what that means? That means we have to see piece by piece of the room. And what is found that a nail in the windows was could be open from inside from outside, but could be closed by should be closed too by outside, and something happening down in that window. And Mr. CW say, okay, we found it. So the killer should escape it from that window. So they were more deeper and they found a hair. However, this hair, it was not a human, right? So he said he started investigation and it was the hair of orangutan. So he said, so they figured it out and say the killer is not human because the force to drag so quickly the body of these poor ladies should be someone to be strong to do that, and also how explain that that thought of the Madame Alice Panay, who it's impossible to do by a human. So he say the or the thing who caused it is the orangutan. So they say what the bosses that they hear, all the people say Frenchman, Germany, French, um, other language, Italian, was the Sacred Diable they were hearing because the person, the foreign came, was calling the name of the orangutan because this orangutan escaped from her room and killed those poor ladies. So they, as Mr. Adolphe Libon was arrested because the only person who didn't work for the family, and also he was the owner of a circus. And of course, he confessed that, of course, is his pet. And that day he escaped. And when he saw this monster or orangutan killed those poor ladies in the front of the eye, and he was trying to capture them, but he couldn't stop the animal. So Mr. Dumpin say, okay, you are innocent, but you are the owner. Um, they say, um, um, Adolf Lee say, it is a rabbit, it is my creature, and it is nice, and I'll accept the responsibility of it. And that is the final, guys, of this amazing novel of Edgar Allan Poe. So let me know that if you think that he's innocent or he still is the guilty. So see you guys in the next time.